Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Chasing the Equinox. This is a National Geographic documentary. It's just one single episode. It is 44 minutes long. It's from 2019, so it's not too old. And it looks at the phenomena of how civilizations, ancient civilizations, some more than 1,000 years old, some just within the last few hundred years, all focused their architecture, mostly based on their worship of the sun. The architecture that captured how the sun was tracked and then used for, in a sense, of worship in some ways, uh, and just used for a number of different reasons, but all focusing around the equinox when they knew that the day was as long as the night. How they knew how to do this? I mean, astronomy, not astrology. Astronomy is the oldest science, and it is just mind-boggling to me that cultures that have existed for so long, so long ago, uh, some that aren't even around anymore, like the Mayans, just were able to determine these things, and it formed the basis of their culture and how they just did things in India, in Asia, in Europe, in the Americas. It's just crazy to see the similarities and how they all did some incredibly complex um, creation structures, building just to capture light that hits at the exact time on the exact day and in just the exact way they needed to see it, that it seemed almost supernatural. So it's pretty freaking amazing to see this kind of thing. I actually love this kind of thing because it's a mystery in some ways. Yes, we understand how we do it now. We have so many tools that can pinpoint these things down to the millimeter. We could build structures today probably that are just as even more impressive, obviously, if we really wanted to, and we don't. But imagine the effort of possibly years, decades, centuries that had to go by in order to create these temples by people who do not have forklifts, cranes, or at least not cranes and forklifts as we know them today. Also, measuring equipment, engineering equipment to measure time and light and everything else. I mean, honestly, one bad stormy day over a long period of time, well, the gods are angry, but that could really mess up your calculations. But yet, centuries later, we see that they are pinpoint perfect. And that's what this documentary pretty much covers and shows the accuracy across all parts of the world in this sense. So, yeah, taking a look at the equinox is a term of a means of measuring light. And by the way, it's not just when it comes to dealing with worship or with just science in general. They needed this to survive because if you knew when it was time that the rains would be coming as compared to when the dry time would be, when it would be cold versus hot, and depending on where it was, you could know what time of year it was. You knew how to tell the time by determining where the sun was in the sky, and it's kind of amazing that we just figure the ancient peoples were not so bright. I think right now we might be lazily bright. Like we have the opportunity to know so much and yet ignore so much of it because we can. We know there is so much to know now. How does this work? You know, Thor was impressed by it in the last What If episode, but you know, this this is a kind of a big deal. Doing this in the olden days, as we call it today, the olden days. Imagine how they'll think of us 1,000 years from now. Would we be seen as bright, inventive, courageous? Who knows? I'm almost terrified to find out if I could. Well, all we know is tomorrow is the last day of the quarter, and we're going to be picking the last episode of September right here, right now. Here we go.
48.
Forget to take it off the Bluetooth. 48. I'm going to take it off the Bluetooth right now, dang it. Yes, you need to be here for this. There we go. 48. That took forever. Come on. Okay. It's a TV series, and I don't know what it is, but we'll find out, obviously, tomorrow when we watch Becoming on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. We'll probably watch 1 or 2 episodes, whatever it takes to get the gist of things, and then I'll be back here to talk about it. Becoming on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. See you then. Bye.